Hello there, web surfers. I'm away on vacation, but I still wanted to give you lovely folks a look at one of the real treats of the Movieverse line. Put on your intensity helmets and get ready to dance the tango of death with the last night Voyager Megatron. So, as the name suggests, this version of the big bad boss is based on his look from Transformers The Last Night, a film I've seen exactly once and don't really have any memories from outside of Anthony Hopkins' delivery of the line.
Yes, but you want to know, don't you, dude?
But our favorite conniving, cannon-wielding Khan was back on the silver screen sporting a brand new look, as he always seems to in these movies, and staked his place in the concurrent toy line, which, as to be expected, he is the big baddie. And while he basically looked nothing like how he did in the previous films, it may have been for the best, because this figure right here, it's pretty great. This is such a fantastic, bold reinvention of Megatron that manages to completely change the game while still undeniably carrying on his spirit. Like, Megatron doesn't typically have any gold bits or a skirt, but it all blends wonderfully with this particular design. I guess we'll start out with this chest area where almost everything swirls around to meet the protruding center. I'm really smitten with the asymmetrical look of the top half here, like he just put on whatever armor he had lying around. It kind of reminds me of War for Cybertron Megatron. You know, this one. His lower ab area kind of looms at you with these golden predatory eyes, like he's pissed off at you. And the arms appear really metal with the bulging, imposing shoulder armor and this neat, compact fusion cannon. It's kind of weird that they waited 5 movies to actually give him a fusion cannon. But it looks so alien and industrial, and interestingly, it doesn't detach from his arm. Don't tell anyone, but I kind of love it when Transformers keep the accessories at a minimum. Like, yes, thank you for getting to the point. Speaking of accessories, he comes with this long sword axe thing from the movie. I'm not sure what this is, but it looks lethal. It just adds to this really different interpretation of Megatron's design, and only benefits the figure all the more. Also love the swaggering robo skirt cementing this version of Megatron as a fashion-forward icon, but it's also ready and able to flex around for the leg articulation. The posing throughout is actually super satisfying. This is the type of figure that looks awesome no matter how you display him, whether he's keeping it casual or getting ready to go out on an Autobot killing spree. The head sculpt is gnarly looking, just absolutely unenthused at whatever he's looking at in any current moment. He's also got the killer warthog tusks on his sides. I actually love this piece of design, and with the roundish head, it just distinguishes this so well from so many other Megatron head designs. He can't do the face mask thing, but on a Voyager class figure, I think that's alright. He's also got a bit of light piping on his face and neck, of all places. It doesn't really work super well, but I can make do. Despite what some may say, I'm not impossible to please. I like how they took the time to sculpt his Sonic the Hedgehog teeth. The sculpt work throughout actually looks so fantastic and faultless. Maybe it could have used a bit more paint, but the regular gray mixed with this very unique looking bluish gray and gold still makes him stand out really hard and does enough for me. When it all culminates together though, this is a spectacular robot mode. It does a fantastic job at translating that mean, sleek, glorious design right off the screen. If looks could kill, you'd be smitten, and then you'd be defenseless to its scornful beauty. The transformation is basically everything you could need from a figure like this. It's nothing but pure fun with no compromises. Everything simultaneously tucks in and explodes out, and it all leaves you with this exquisite chunk of alien jet. This is actually supposed to be a Cybertronian jet mode, which looks noticeably different from the design philosophy of the first movie's Cybertronian jet mode, but honey, this is far from anything I care to complain about. I'm just talking really. All in all, this looks beautiful. With this intake flanked cockpit and precise detail-driven nose cone, not to mention this gold engine thing and the silver backwards thrusters. Not sure what they're for, but they're really doing it for me. These wings look fantastic as well, even if they're sporting some splayed out robot feet underneath. I guess I just appreciate that the wings even play a part in the transformation at all, since that so rarely happens. It's all good with me. Really though, for something that only got like 3 seconds of screen time, this jet mode just goes super hard. I'm actually amazed they managed to get this particular design of Megatron so completely right in toy form on the first try. I mean, it took almost a decade before we finally got a good Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. So for them to have knocked this out of the park so hard pre-studio series is really something. So yeah, the Last Night Voyager Megatron is truly a spectacular toy. I'll go as far as to say it's one of the all-time best Movieverse figures out there. Am I including the studio series with that? You know what? Yeah, screw it. I'm including the studio series with that judgment. If they were to do a Studio Series update of Last Night Megatron, they wouldn't even have to make a new mold. They could honestly just re-release this with more movie-accurate paint apps and I'd be completely happy. It's just a clever, confident, great Megatron figure, and it deserves every ounce of love now as it did back when it first released. So this is me signing off, and I think I'll be spending my vacation week the way I always do. Binge watching Teen Titans. Cheerio!